Let's talk about beginning writing. Earlier, we talked about the 5 steps of the writing process: pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and publishing. Very young children often just draw a picture as their pre-writing stage and write a sentence or two about what they have drawn. A good way to introduce the pre-writing and drafting stage to young children is to use a star organizer. This device works for writing descriptive paragraphs. The star organizer looks like this. In the middle of the star, students write down the 1 or 2 word topic, which is a thing or a person that they want to describe. Then, for each of the points on the star, they write down a word or a phrase which describes the subject. When I present this to groups of students, I model the technique for them. I put the star organizer on an overhead or draw a star on the board. I then tell the students that I'm going to describe my dog, Sadie. I begin to describe my dog, and I write down a phrase on the line next to each point of the star. I write that Sadie is 5 years old, that she is all white with 1 black ear, she has long hair that covers her eyes, Sadie looks like a shaggy bathroom rug, and that Sadie loves to cuddle and kiss. The next step is very important. I model for the students how to take each point from the star and mold them into a paragraph. We discuss where to put the title, how to indent, and begin with a capital letter, and how to combine sentences to make it read in a more interesting way. I then give each student a blank star organizer and ask them to think of something or someone that they want to describe. Then they are to write down 5 points which describe their topic. Next, they write their paragraphs. I often have children draw a picture of the person or thing that they've described. An extension to this activity is to exchange descriptive paragraphs with another student and have that person read the description and try and draw a picture based on the writing. The authors generally get a big laugh when they see what's been drawn. Another similar framework is the step organizer. This works well when students want to explain a process or follow some type of directions. The way I usually introduce it is to stand in front of the class and ask students to watch what I do. I then take 2 slices of bread from a brown bag. I spread peanut butter on 1 slice, then spread jelly on the other slice. After that, I cut the sandwich in half and I take a bite. I then place the step organizer on the board or overhead and have students talk about the steps I followed to make my sandwich. We fill in those steps on the organizer, and then I model for them how to use this to write a paragraph, just like I did for the descriptive story. I then give them a blank step organizer and have them write down the directions for something they know how to do. After I have used either of these 2 organizers, I show the students how easily they completed the first 2 steps of the writing process. This way, the 5-step writing process doesn't seem so challenging, and students are able to move to the revising step of the process very easily.